Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all to the third webinar in Ideas to Products in Fusion 360 webinar series. Throughout this webinar series, we have been looking into how to use Fusion 360 as a tool to convert your ideas into real life products. And today we'll be learning about the use of free add-ons or plugins available in Autodesk Fusion 360. So without further ado, let's welcome the expert elite member, uh, Sirisha Shashikant ma'am, to continue with the webinar.
Yeah. So I welcome you all for today's webinar. I'm Sirisha Shashikant and hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Okay, let me start with my presentation. So today we are going to look at a new topic called Fusion 360 free add-ons or plugins. So these are some things which you can add to your existing package so that you can get some additional functionality. So this is the topic for today's webinar, designing using Fusion 360 free add-ons or plugins. Okay, and this event is being hosted by Autodesk Community India Group Network. So please be a part of this network so that you can learn and also share your knowledge regarding Autodesk products. Today we are going to learn about the following things. So why do we actually need plugins? So we already have many tools in Fusion 360. How are these plugins going to help us? And where can you find these plugins so that you can download them to your system and make your job easy? Then we are going to see three plugins. One is the Check Sketch plugin, the other is the Airfoils, and the other is for designing furniture cabinets. So a brief introduction about me. I'm Sirisha Shashikant. I work as specialist mechanical in CGI Simulations Private Limited, which is a reverse engineering company. And also, I'm an expert elite member. So by education, I'm postgraduate in production engineering. So now I have a question which I want you all to answer in your chat box. So the question is, which tools do you miss in Fusion 360? So please answer in chat box. Like you might be coming from a different software or you might be into some specific industry and you thought that the following plugins or the following tools should have been available in Fusion 360 so that your work would have been easy. So please answer in the chat box saying which tools you actually thought should be present. Okay, so I have got one answer saying that this gear profile tool. So anyone else? Did you really think that some other tool should have been available in Fusion 360? Okay, let's continue with our webinar. I'm sure as how I move on with this webinar, you'll get many other ideas of many tools which should have been in Fusion 360 for making your job easier. So what are these plugins? Let me tell you, plugins are nothing but features which we are going to add to our Fusion 360 present software so that you get your functionality. Let's say you might have heard about, or you might already be using Extrude, Loft, Hole, all these things, right? And also in Sketch, you might be using Spline and other features, right? So, but there might be some features which you might have found in some other software or which would actually make your job easier. So these have been created as add-ons or plugins. And the good thing is not only by Autodesk, they have also been written as APIs or scripts by people who are using Fusion 360. And they are now available on the App Store of Fusion 360. So you can download them and include that feature in your software so that your design process is made easy. So why are the plugins actually needed? First is they're going to add a functionality. Like if I have a particular sweep command, I need some other sweep, say helical sweep or some other sweep, right? So I can write a script and I can create it into an app which anyone can download if I'm going to post it into a public domain. So everybody will be able to download it from the Fusion 360 App Store. And this is going to increase my Fusion 360 functionality. So it is going to ease a process. So now, instead of having 4 to 5 steps in creating that feature, this plugin will allow me to have all those things in one step. Now, avoid repeatability, like how we have got in the chat box that for creating a gear, we know that we need addendum, dedendum, and all the other calculations. Let's say if I have a template, I have added a template for gear. So every time I need a gear, the same table appears and I can enter the values and I can easily get a gear. So this is the use of a plugin. So plugins are nothing but they are the APIs or scripted versions. If you see, we see only the front end as mechanical engineers or industrial engineers and production engineers, but actually every tool has some script behind it, because of which we are able to see the, you can say the higher order learning, higher order software that we are going to see is only because of the script behind it. So if I need any functionality, I can generate my own, write my own script. Okay, I'm not very good at coding, but people who can code are going to write that and they're going to add it into Fusion 360 App Store. Let's see how it's going to work so that you can understand it better. Where can you actually find the plugins? So go to Google search. The simple way is go to plugins Fusion 360, and then one of the first search results will be this link. So it's apps.autodesk.com/fusion. So you can check this link, or you can also get it from Fusion 360 interface itself, which I'm going to show you in the next slide. So this is the page that will open when you click on that link that you have just seen. So here you have a number of plugins. They look just like how your apps look in App Store or Play Store, Google Play Store, how those apps are going to look. Same Fusion 360 App Store also has these features. You can see on the left side, I have some categories. So these apps are also categorized as into different categories so that it is easier for you to search for these plugins. Let's say I'm searching for a gear plugin. I can do a app search, or if something related to 3D printing, I can just select that category. And if there are any apps in that, they will be displayed to me. So now let me show you what is the other way of getting and where I can actually add. So go to tools. Okay. In the add-ins, if I go to Fusion 360 App Store, the same page which has just now opened is going to open. So this is the page from where you can search for your plugins. Right. So there are a number of categories available over here. If you are into woodworking, you can get suitable plugins for that. Right. So you can see right now I'm trying to download a plugin called Sketch Checker. So what this Sketch Checker does is, we all know that in Fusion 360 Sketch, if we have a combination of splines, lines, etc., if our total profile is not closed, we will not be able to perform any operation like extrude, revolve, loft, sweep, etc. But sometimes when there are many number of entities available on the screen, it will become difficult for us to understand where the loop is open. So what the Sketch Checker does is, by installing this, I'll be able to check where my profile is open. So let's see how this plugin works. First of all, let us try to understand how this app page works. So here I can select whether it is for Windows or I want to download. So it is Windows for me. And I first need to sign in to this page. With your Fusion ID, you can just sign in. If you have a college student ID, you can just sign in with that. And then you will be able to download this app. So you can see now I'm signed in. I have signed up and I'm clicking on download. Before that, you can check the reviews of this app. So it has good reviews. And also you can see that this is something that has been created by Autodesk itself, this plugin. So when I download, you can see an exe file kind of thing is getting downloaded, which I can click open. After I open, I'll get an option to install now, and I'm going to install it. So without viewing the documentation, I'm just closing it. One important step is, please restart your Fusion 360 if at all it is open. So because this plugin has to be taken care of the while taking the software itself, while booting the software itself, this should be appearing. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So if your Fusion 360 is open, please close and restart your Fusion 360. Okay. So now I have opened my Fusion 360, and when I start, you can see here, I can go to tools and go for scripts and add-ins. So here in the add-ins, I can see this sketch checker. So this is what I had downloaded. So just click on that. You can see that it is not showing any run or anything. So it is already running. This app is already running. So I can just close this, and I'm going to show you where this is going to appear. This will be appearing in inspect, but only when we are in the sketch mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solid and I'm going to create a sketch. So here I'm going to draw some lines. Okay, so here I'm going to keep this open, right? So let's say it is difficult for me to find out whether it's open or not. So go to inspect, and the last option, if you see, a new tool has been added, which is called the check sketch. And you can see those 2 points have been highlighted now, saying that this loop is open over here. Okay, now let me show you this once again. Let me close that one, and I'm going to show you. So let me close the previous one. Right, so again, go to inspect and click on check sketch. So you can see that those 2 points are highlighted. If it has any other open lines also, those points also will be highlighted. Let's say I'm extending these lines and they are not closed, right? They are not touching any other points. So the software understands that now these 2 points are not in touch with any other points, so they are open. So go to create sketch and you can see it is showing all these 4 points. So I'll show you one more example where this is very useful. It is especially when you get SVG files, right? So if you have tried insert SVG option in Fusion 360, go to insert SVG. So this tool is very useful when you want to create any engraving and all on your thing, or you can even start your design with this SVG file. So I have got this butterfly SVG, okay, inside the sketcher. And then I'm going to click OK. So here when I'm trying to extrude this, you can see that the whole profile is not getting selected because it's not full. So only the inside loops are getting selected, but the whole butterfly is not getting selected. So in order to know where it is open, I can again go to inspect and click on check sketch. So you can see these 2 points are the open points. So when the sketch becomes complicated, this tool is a very handy tool for you to know that your sketch is actually open. Right? So moving on, let me just brief you with the whole process of how we have added this. So what did we first do? We have downloaded it from this site, okay, this App Store, Fusion 360 App Store. Any tool that we want, we have to just go for this link and then we need to download. After downloading, just run that downloaded file. Restart Fusion 360 if at all it has been running. Then go to Tools, Add-ins, and click on Run. Inside Fusion 360, you have to take this step. Okay, so this procedure is same for any plugin to install. So just to save time in our webinar, I'm not going to show you all the apps, how they're being downloaded. The procedure will be the same. This time, I'm going to use Airfoils plugin so that I can show you how different kinds of foils have been can be easily created in Fusion 360. So So here I'm going to tools, and in the add-ins, I'm going to Fusion 360 App Store. So there might be more than one tool available in the same category. So you can check the reviews. You can try downloading 2 or 3 and then compare which one is better. So now I'm going to download this Airfoil Tools plugin for which the review is good. So I have chosen this plugin and I'm going to download it. Here for some plugins, you also will find the procedure for using those plugins. Those videos are also given. So I have to first sign in and then I have downloaded this plugin. So I have already run this. So I'm going to show you how it is going to appear. So in the add-ins, after running the plugin, I'm going to get this box in the go to tools and then run this plugin, which I've downloaded. And you're going to get this message saying that Airfoil Tools is added in 2 places. So I'm going to show you where it has been added. Okay. So in the sketch, you can see, go to sketch and go to create. So here you can see so many tools under this airfoil dropdown you can see. So you can create wings, ducks, propellers, and so many other things. Many students are very good at creating drones, etc. And I really encourage you to use these plugins because all the scientific data, right? Like you might be creating a spline for a wing, but it is actually in the real life how these airfoils and all are created are based on some mathematical calculations and scientific investigations, like how much air is going up, how much pressure it has to take. Based on that, there is some data available, right? So based on that, only these splines have to be created, which is a bit difficult if you have to track each and every point based on that. So by using these tools, which have already been created based on those scientific research, it is easier for us to take. So I can now show you how we are going to create this. So I've taken this plane and I'm going to create airfoil and I'm going to click on wing. So I have to create other things also, but for simplicity, I'm just taking wing. So here it is asking me to enter 3 points. So before going to this tool, I'm going to click on 3 points, which will help me in selecting this airfoil points. So these are the 3 points I have drawn. And when you go to airfoil wing, you can see I can select these points. So I have to first name my wing, which I'm going to see as my wing. And this is the nose, this is the tail, and this is the join point. So for simplicity, I'm just taking a preset value of, say, I'm going to small toy glider I want to make. So based on that, it is showing some more scientific values that I can give, target, etc. So whatever is default, I have just given OK, and you can see how this foil has been created. So you can trust this software probably for getting the exact values. Because otherwise, if I had to create all these values based on the data that is already available, it would be very difficult. So I have just given the inputs and now my airfoil is ready. So as promised before, we are going to see how a cupboard can be made in 5 minutes using a tool. So this is one of the very, very interesting plugin that I found on Fusion 360 App Store. This plugin is called CS Furniture Tools. So you have 15 days trial version for this, but otherwise later you have to purchase it. But I feel that if you're into the woodworking designer and all, you can definitely buy this plugin because this is going to save so much of time. So I'm very excited to show you this plugin. So for this plugin, I have already downloaded this plugin, and in the add-ins, you will get the option as furniture. So as soon as I click on furniture, you can see a complete row of different tools have been added to my top menu bar. And in the settings, I'm going to add all the libraries that will be necessary for me to create this furniture items. So material library, etc. all I can select from here. And I can say that I want to create with these things, I can create my files. So just observe the timeline. Currently, the timeline doesn't have any other options, right? Because it's a new file. But just with the few tools, you can see so many options are going to be added to my browser as well as my timeline. So first, foremost, I would like to create a box. This will be the total structure of this cupboard. So this is going to be my panel, and I've just created it in shaded so that you can see. And this should be my panel. So these are the different options. You can see A, B, C. So based on how the join panel should be, type of join panel, I can select and I can give the values. Then I can add a back panel to this. So just select the target body. This is my target body, and I can give what kind of back panel I need, offset top, etc. Even the minute details I'll be able to enter in this. And you can see the back panel is ready. In the same way, I will be able to add shelves also. Just keep an eye on this timeline. You can see so many options are being added. So if I had to create all these things in the using Fusion 360 step by step, it will definitely take half a day for me to create this cupboard. But here I'm able to create it in 5 minutes by giving all the values that are necessary, offsets, everything, whatever things are necessary. I have to I just enter the values and I will be able to create. So here it's asking me to select the side panels so that it can create shelves between them. So I've created these two, selected these two panels. Okay, and here I'll be able to enter. You can see each and everything can be customized over here, and very easily we can do it. Okay, now I'm sorry, the document has to be saved before entering these values. So I'm just saving it. And now I'm using the same shelves option. So these two panels, in between these two, I need the shelves. So then I'm going to click OK. And you can see it is just generating the graphics for that. And you can see my shelf is ready. And you can observe in the timeline, so many features have been created. Definitely, as I said, it will take half a day for us to design this shelf. And I'm going to show you this in even wireframe mode. Okay, so you'll understand that so many things have been taken care. So already holes also have been drawn, and any pins kind of thing to hold those shells also have been created, right? So it's so easy for us to now, even if you want to make changes to one shelf has to have more thickness and all, even now you'll be able to make the changes because the interface looks exactly as Fusion 360, you know, how you draw it from scratch. Now it's time to insert a door. So I have clicked that tool, and which door you want, this also you can select. And from A, B, C, D, E, if you see which kind of door I want, again, I'll be able to select the option from the options, exact kind of door that we want. So I'm just selecting A. And let me select this cupboard again. This is my base bond. And you can see I'm selecting A kind of door I want. So when I click OK, my door will be created. So you can see the door is created, and I can open this door and I can see that even the hinges are also created. So everything is ready made over here. You just need to enter your values. So even though it has a 15-day trial version, I'm sure if you are into a woodworking design company, I worked in a woodworking company for 1 year, and I know that this really takes so much time. It was back in 2005 when Fusion 360 didn't exist. So we were doing it in Inventor, but I can tell you how much time this is going to save for an woodworking company, right? And time is money. So definitely you can pay for these plugins, which are which make your work very intuitive. So for plugins, I have one thing to say, that is big things have small beginnings. So when you're using plugins, they're going to shrink the amount of time and amount of work that you're going to do. And then you can carry on from there to design your bigger components. So these are just small beginnings. You can try, and you can also search for many other interesting plugins. So now I would like to ask you in chat box again. In the beginning of the session, I have asked you, so which add-ons would you like to have in Fusion 360? So you have already seen some plugins which I've shown. There are many other plugins available, but while this webinar was going on, I'm sure some ideas you might have got in your mind that for the following things which I've previously faced problems while designing, I should be having some plugins, right? So please put it in the chat box on which add-ins you think would be helpful in Fusion 360. I'm going to discuss about a few more plugins also. So anyone else who would like to actually add to the chat box? Any other plugin do you think Fusion 360 should be having? Right? And also, that's great. So I'm sure if you're designing any gears, you can download the gear plugin. Okay, so it has complete values of all the gears, helical gear and all, which are very difficult to be give values every time from scratch. You can just use this plugin. Okay. Of course, you have to check the credibility of these plugins, because they are mostly made by the community members. So you can have a discussion with them. And also, I would like to show you something else also. Let me share my screen. Are you able to see my Fusion 360 screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there are some more plugins which I would really like to mention. So if you go to Fusion 360 App Store, are you able to see the App Store screen?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
App Store. Yeah. So you can see the first plugin that is showing you Xometry plugin. I don't know how it is pronounced. Maybe it is Xometry. So this is also an interesting plugin where you can directly, of course, it is more useful for people who are in US or something. So this is a company actually, Xometry, which is into 3D printing and prototyping. So as soon as you design your product in Fusion 360, you can upload it to with the help of this app. You can directly contact the company and get the quotation for your product for prototyping it. Let's say you have designed some, your mobile case or something. So immediately you can get a quotation from them from the Fusion 360 screen itself. You don't need to go to their website. Directly from here itself, you can contact them and you can get the quotation. So these things actually save a lot of time. And there is also Voronoi sketch generator. So this is also interesting. If you're making any flower vases or anything else, you can get this Voronoi kind of sketches easily onto that. Sometimes even on furniture also you see Voronoi sketches. So you can download this and immediately you can get these. And yes. So there is also like gear. You can see helical gear generator plugin available. Like sometime back we have seen in the chat box that we need some plugins for gear. So you can easily create helical, double helix gears and all, which are otherwise, which take a lot of time for entering the values and designing according to the calculations. So let me come back to my presentation. Okay, then moving on. So next week, we are going to have another webinar, which is on reverse engineering using Fusion 360, which is actually what this means is like from the 3D scan data, how you can reverse engineer a product and then take it to prototyping also. So we're going to discuss about 3D scanning, why reverse engineering is necessary, and also the tools that are available for converting STL data and how you can mesh those components, and many other things we'll be discussing in the next webinar. So this webinar also will be conducted with the help of Autodesk Community India. So thanks to them for giving me this opportunity. And these are some of the free resources that are available. These are some of my paid courses if you would like to learn Fusion 360. And these are the sites that have helped me in making this presentation. And if you have any questions, we can have a discussion on this now.
Thank you, ma'am, for such an amazing presentation. I'll invite all the attendees to feel free to post your questions in the Q&A section.
Yeah, please let me know if you have any questions. You can put it in the chat box. Otherwise, I can even unmute you. So also you can like put your questions like, if there are any other topics that you would like to learn in Fusion 360, so that in the upcoming webinars, we can include those topics. So write anything in the question answer session, which you would like to know, so that we can have a good interaction and to share our knowledge. It will be helpful for us.
For me personally, it was a very helpful
Okay.
session. I got to know about the aerofoil tool
Yeah.
plugin which you shared. Like recently, I was working on one of the projects
Okay.
regarding the wind turbine design. So I was
Okay.
not knowing about this airfoil section, which will definitely help me a lot.
Okay. So what language? I'm sure there are many other languages, but I think they use uh, many APIs. I'm not very sure about the exact languages, but C++, Python, and all they use. I think Java scripting and all are also allowed. I think I'm not very sure of the exact coding language that these creations are have. I mean, these are being used. And one more important thing is, if you belong to a company, let's say you do not know coding, on the App Store itself, there is a feature where you can hire a coder, okay, a coding person you can hire, and you can ask them to create an app for you for your specific purpose, which so that you can avoid this repeatability and all. So I'm sorry, I'm not a coder, and I can't tell you which languages are being supported. But I'm sure on the site you will be finding information. I'll show you where you can actually contact them so that you can have this details. So here you can see in the bottom, there is something called Autodesk Fusion 360 developers, right? So you can contact Autodesk and you can get in touch with these coders. So probably you have to get details about these publishers who are all publishing these things, and you can get more inputs on the language that they're using. But I'm sorry, I'm not aware of the exact languages that they're using for these plugins. So one more
Okay,
question I think
Marikanta
I've seen.
is asking about can we have a session on basics of surface modeling and freeform modeling?
Surface modeling, yes, I think you have to ask Bharat, right? Bharat, if there
Yeah,
is some,
actually, it's
yeah, we can have.
really an interesting module in Fusion 360. We can
Yes,
definitely plan for a session and get an expert to deliver the session.
right.
I'll take a note of it, Manikanta.
Sure, sure.
And Kalai Prabhu is asking if I want to learn generative design, is it available in the student license software? Yes, definitely. You can log in through your college email ID if you have with the domain.edu.in. If you log in with your educational ID into the Fusion 360, you will get it for free, the generative design workspace. And
Yes.
if you want to learn about it, you can visit Autodesk Design Academy. Uh, Many expert made courses are available there on various topics with about Fusion 360. So you can definitely check it. I'll share the link in the chat box.
Yeah, I'm sharing that. So here you'll get not only for generative design, but for many modules of Fusion 360, a very practical approach is given through these courses, like where you're going to apply them and all. Based on that, you'll be creating a project, and then you'll be learning all the tools of Fusion 360. So do try this academy, Autodesk Academy. So, and also I want the participants to answer one question. Like, have you ever thought that Fusion 360 tutorial should be in your regional language, whether it's Hindi or anything else, instead of English? Okay. Have you ever thought that these tutorials should be available in other languages also? I'm not saying the interface of Fusion 360, that will be in English only, but tutorials or any webinars, are you looking for any webinars in your regional languages, Hindi or any other? Okay, so he's looking for some tutorials in Telugu. It's great. So I'm just taking this feedback so that we can, in future, if there is a possibility, then we can create some tutorials and get them translated into different languages. Of course, it's not for the immediate sooner, but we want to take your feedback.
In the meanwhile, I'd like to share that after this webinar series on Fusion 360, if you want any other series on any other software, Autodesk software, or any other module of Fusion 360, uh, feel free to share it on our community platforms. We have a group on LinkedIn, Facebook, and we also have a group on Meetup. So you can definitely stay connected to us over there.
So any other tools you have come across, you can let me know. Any other options you would like to learn in future, any other modules of Fusion 360, then we can think in that direction while preparing our next webinars. So don't miss the next webinar, which is reverse engineering using Fusion 360, where you'll be able to learn about the mesh interface of Fusion 360 and how you can take your scan data or the mesh STL files to further you can modify them. Sure. So thank you so much for attending today's webinar. So we will be available in the social media handles also. So if you have any questions, you can put them there also. We will be able to answer them in the next webinar, or even directly also you can connect with the Autodesk community online, so that we can have a productive discussion on any software and we can share our knowledge.
You still have some time, so any of the attendees, if you would like to voluntarily share your story with your Fusion 360 or any of your projects, so we can know you better. And
yes, please share your
feel free to raise your
experience
hand,
with
so
the
I can
software.
unmute you.
So I think I have one question. How can we create a spiral motion? I'm not very clear. Spiral motion in the sense, in which module you're looking for spiral motion?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
What happened is recently I have designed a model in Fusion 360, three-jaw chuck, ma'am, for a lathe machine.
Okay.
So what happened is after creating the motion, the jaws and the plate which it moves has a spiral path, ma'am. It's not a circular path. It's a spiral path.
Yes, talking about simulation module. You're trying to
No,
simulate
ma'am.
it?
Applying the joints, ma'am. In the assembly, applying the joints between the jaws and the plate.
Okay.
When we give circular motion to the plate, what happened is there will be circular, there will be grooves on the jaws, and according to that, it will move, ma'am. The jaws will move inward and outward.
Yes,
If
yes.
if we unscrew and depend on screw and unscrew it, so the path is a spiral path. If it is in SolidWorks, we give some mates with the spiral that are line, no ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
That point, defining point and all. But in Fusion 360, how to do that?
So I can probably better help you if I see your model. I now understand what you're saying, but probably you can do this using motion study in Fusion 360. I'm not sure. Only after I check your model, I'll be able to help you better. So
Okay, means I have
uh,
shared in the community page. That's why I have already shared
Yeah,
with
I
the community
okay,
share.
page.
I have seen your model.
okay,
I think maybe there's some path to join it or something, but I'm not sure about it. I'll definitely get in touch with you, Manikanta, after this webinar.
yeah. You
So
can
if I
share
get
this
Okay.
any
model with
tutorial
me
about it, I'll
also.
definitely share it with you.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Manikanta. We'll try to look into it, whether it's possible or not. Let me just go through the model and understand the functionality on what you're looking for while designing. Then if I can help
Okay, ma'am.
you, definitely will get in touch
Okay,
with
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
you. Yeah. So any others? That's an interesting project.
So that's one of the reason we have created this community, Autodesk India community. So
Yes.
together we can learn many things. If you see, if you are stuck anywhere, we can ask any of the members and we can learn together. So
That's true.
thanks, Manikanta, for asking the question. So now we have time. I like to share about the Autodesk Student Hub program. So
Okay.
earlier, Autodesk had Autodesk Ambassador Hub program for all the students, but now it's shifted to Autodesk Student Hub. So
Okay.
I'll invite all the student members of our community. So do check out the Autodesk Student Hub group. Uh, it's a really interesting and great community platform where we have all the members all over the world. We are sharing interesting projects, and also we have design challenges, monthly design challenges hosted there. So it's definitely uh, you can check out to stay updated with the work in the design community.
Yes, so please, being a part of this community is actually quite, even if you're not designing something, you can draw a lot of inspiration from what others are doing. So that itself is, I feel, a very good thing. So you're around in a company where you're getting different design ideas. So that's another way of learning. So thank you so much for joining us today for this webinar. I hope to see you all in our next webinar also. So where we'll be learning about the reverse engineering. And that is one topic that I'd got maximum in that poll, the polls when we conducted, which topic you would like to learn in Fusion 360. We have got maximum number of votes for reverse engineering. So I hope I'm going to see you all in that session. And if you have anything, you can connect to us on our social handles and get in touch with us.
So I'd like to thank Shirisha ma'am on behalf of Autodesk Community India for for the very informative session, today's session. And would like to see you at the next webinar. And also I'd like to thank all the attendees for joining us at the webinar, and looking forward to see you back at the next session. So have a good day, everyone, and stay healthy, stay safe.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So see you next time in the next webinar.